What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, we have to grow up emotionally. There's a whole lot of talk talking about trusting the process. There's a whole lot of talk about, man, faith. You know what I mean? And what we don't understand is trusting the process is faith. You know what I mean? In order for you to trust the process, you have to have faith. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. A whole lot of people tell me, man, Elijah, it's easy for you to talk about this stuff. Look where you at. You got a nice spot. You got a great career. Da 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 da. Man, it's easy for you to talk about trusting God. When you got nice things, it's easy for you to talk about trusting God. When you got a place over your head and you did it. It's, yeah, you know what I mean. I get that, but it hasn't always been like this for me. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. I haven't always been in this situation. There's been a whole lot of times I've had to trust God. The whole lot of times that I didn't know how things was going to happen. I didn't know how things was going to work out. But I had to learn to trust God. My process of learning to trust God, I started back in the 90s when I was a single father of two kids, two babies, living in LA. And I felt in my spirit that God wanted me to take my kids somewhere. I had the gas to get there on one occasion, but I didn't have the gas to get back. And man, I didn't have time to get them something to eat or fix them anything to eat. But in my spirit, I was told, go, go. So jump in the vehicle, take the kids, and go where we're supposed to be. It's all done and over with. And I'm like, all right, God, you done brought me all the way out here. I was on E when I got in the car. My gas tank was on E when I got in the car. God, I can't make it back. And I got my babies with me. But you told me to come out here. You got to make a way for me to get back home. You got to make a way for me and my babies to get back home safe. And out of nowhere, this lady walks up to me, not knowing my circumstances, not knowing my situation. And she gives me some change. Tells me that God put it on her heart. Don't even know why God put it on her heart, but she felt like God put it on her for her to give this to me. And all I could do is just the tears rolled down. It was more than enough of what I need. And the tears rolled down, and all I could do was be so grateful. All I could do was, man, God, thank you. Man, thank you. You know what I mean? And so, man, take the kids out to eat, put some gas in the car, and we good. We're good. Because I trusted God. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. Another occasion, God told me to go. And again, have my babies with me. And it's like, oh, God, what's, you know what I mean? I ain't got no gas. Guys, I ain't even got enough to get there. But I'm hearing go and go now. Like, God, I ain't even got time to fix the kids something to eat. All I can be, go. Get in the car and go now. Got the kids, jump in the vehicle, we take off. Again, I'm in LA. I get down on the expressway and I catch something out of my peripheral. I pull over to the side, open up the door, and the wind shifted. And a $20 bill landed at my foot. More than enough to put gas in the car. More than enough to get my baby something to eat. Trusting the process. See, part of trusting the process is you don't understand that it'll take you and lead you in divine timing to have you at the right place at the right time. Divine timing. But in order for you to be in divine timing, you got to have faith. In order for you to be in divine timing, you got to trust the process. Plenty of times I was homeless, but I didn't look homeless. Homeless with a job, but I didn't look homeless. Time I was here in New York, and Was broke with this young lady, and man, I was homeless. You know what I mean? Had nowhere to go. March, freezing temperature, and this dude that didn't even know my circumstances, this dude that didn't even know what was going on with me, came up to me and said, "Man, do you need? I'm on my way to work." This guy worked with me, but he had no clue what I was going through. And he asked me if I needed a place to stay, if I needed a place to lay my head and get up on my feet, man. And he gave me the keys to his place. He's like, "Man, here it's in Queens. I'm not there. I'm with my girl. Man, take your time, do what you got to do. Man, get up on your feet." I'm like, "Man, do you need some money for it?" Blah blah blah. It's like, "Nah, it's you." I really didn't know this dude like that, but God got me out of that weather, that freezing temperature. God put me in a place where, man, I could lay down, I could take a shower, I could get some groceries, I could cook, I could rest, I could come with a game plan, trusting the process. It's not always going to be easy. And most of the times, if the truth be told, trusting the process is going to challenge your logic. Trusting the process is going to challenge everything you think you know. Trusting the process is going to be difficult. But you got to learn to be submissive. You got to learn to be obedient. And for so many of us, being submissive is hard as fuck. For so many of us, being obedient is hard as fuck. For so many of us, trusting our gut instinct, trusting our intuition, trusting the voice of God is hard as fuck. But you got to learn to trust the process. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what your circumstances look like. You got to learn to trust the process. And God had to show me this, Elijah. You don't trust the process. Elijah, it's hard for you to trust the process because you really don't trust me. Because of all the things that's happened in your life, you really don't think that I'm really looking out for your best interest. You really don't think that, man, I'm going to work everything out for your good. And because you don't believe that, it makes it almost impossible for you to trust me. It makes it almost impossible for you to trust the process. See, you can't trust the process and not trust God. In order for you to trust the process, you got to have some trust in God, some trust in source, universe, whatever you want to call it. But the truth is, the great majority of us don't trust God. And because we don't trust God, and because we've had a challenging life, and because we don't understand how things have worked out for our best interest, and because we don't believe that all things work together for our good, and because we don't believe everything is always working out for me, because we don't believe that, it makes it damn near impossible to trust the process. You're going to go through things in life that's going to break you. You're going to go through things in life that's going to humble you. You're going to go through things in life that if you don't surrender, you know what I mean? You're going to go through things in life that God's going to get used that's going to break you down to the point where you have no fucking choice but to trust the process. You have no fucking choice but to trust Him. I remember March 18th, 23. I was going through the most challenging thing that I've experienced. This young lady called the cops on me and just all kind of shit, right? So I'm sitting in a jail in the Bronx, not knowing what the fuck to expect, not knowing what the fuck is gonna happen. And I'm sitting there and I'm angry and mad as fuck. I'm sitting there and I'm trying to understand what the fuck is going on. And all I can hear God telling me was trust the process. Trust the process. Relax. It's all good. But I couldn't understand trusting the process sitting in a fucking cell. I couldn't understand trusting the process when my whole world has been flipped upside down. I couldn't understand trusting the process when this person's lied on me and betrayed me and done all this shit to fuck me up. Seemed as though my whole world was crashing down around me. And God is telling me to trust the process. Oh God, they tell me all the things that she said. I'm looking at all the charges that I'm facing. And it's like, God, what the fuck? God, I did not come to New York to get in fucking trouble with the law. You know what I mean? I didn't have trouble with the law in fucking Cali. I damn sure didn't come all the way the fuck out here to get in fucking trouble. I didn't come all the way out here to spend the rest of my fucking life in the fucking penitentiary. I didn't come out here to be locked up somewhere. What the fuck is going on? And all I could hear is trust the process. Trust the process. Sat there in the cell. Begin to meditate. It's like, letting it all go. Okay, God. I got you. All right, God. I'm going to trust the process. I didn't come this far to be broken and crushed now. You know what I mean? I didn't come this far in my life to spend the rest of my life in the pen. And I knew that. But I had to sit back, okay, God. I'm angry, I'm hurt, I feel betrayed, and just a whole gamut of fucking emotions. But I kept hearing God say, trust the process. Relax. Relax. If you don't trust the process, you're going to fuck yourself up. Trust the process. Telling a black man to trust the process when it comes to the judicial system in America ain't something easily to accept. You know what I mean? I'm 54 years old. Man, I done been through some shit. I've read. I know our fucking history in America. And telling a black man, trust the fucking process? The judicial system? Nah. No. You know what I mean? Just because of the history. And so God had to sit there and just work all this shit out. I'm like, all right, God, I'm sitting in this fucking cell. Then they take me to fucking Central Bucket. I'm sitting there with all these motherfuckers. I'm like, all right, God. Bet. I'm gonna trust the process. 3 months. 3 months, I'm going through it. The third month, look how God worked it out. The day before what would have been me and her anniversary, the day before what would have been our 1 year together, dropped all charges. Everything was dismissed. The day before her and I would have hit 1 year together. Everything was dropped. Everything was dismissed. Trust in the process. It hasn't stopped God from blessing me. What she did, what my sister did, didn't stop God from blessing me. And that's what I had to realize. Can't nobody stop God from blessing you. Can't nobody stop God from hooking you up but you. But you. And you do that because you refuse to grow the fuck up emotionally and to trust the process and do what God tells you to do. That's it. That's the only thing that can fuck you up. That's the only thing that can keep God from blessing you. I'm where I'm at right now because I've trusted the process. Because I've had to learn to trust the process. It's all good. It's all good. Man, hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Be healing.